I am a patriot. I love our country. I am a strong and intelligent woman of color, and I have dedicated almost my entire adult life to protecting the safety, security, and the freedom of all Americans in this country. It was the attacks on 9/11.
In this video, we break down Tulsi Gabbard's fiery clash on The View, where she pushes back against relentless smears, painting her as a Russian asset and traitor. Tulsi hits back hard, highlighting her patriotism, her combat service, and her steadfast commitment to the country. We dive into the political undercurrents fueling these attacks, including her high-profile feud with Hillary Clinton. Standing firm against U.S. interventionist foreign policy, Tulsi also calls out the media's role in amplifying smear campaigns. This analysis exposes how these tactics are used to silence dissent, and what they mean for the future of American politics.
On your show here.
I was just going to get to that.
Good. Helping you out.
You want me to ask you?
Look, some of you have accused me of being a traitor to my country, a Russian asset, a Trojan horse, or a useful idiot, I think was the term that you used. Which basically means that I'm naive or lack intelligence to know what's going on.
They use that.
I want to let your viewers know exactly who I am.
All right.
Set the record straight. I am a patriot. I love our country. I am a strong and intelligent woman of color, and I have dedicated almost my entire adult life to protecting the safety, security, and the freedom of all Americans in this country. It was the attacks on 9/11.
We're getting a little bit far ahead of ourselves, but Franklin Graham finds you refreshing. He doesn't find me refreshing. Richard Spencer, the white nationalist leader, says he could vote for you.
Joy, this is why
you're on Tucker Carlson at least 10 times. Why don't you go on Chris Wallace's show?
This is why I'm here, because you and other people continue to spread these innuendos that have nothing to do with who I am.
Well, Hillary Clinton started it, and then you shot back at her, boy. You called her the queen of warmongers.
You doubled down, unfortunately, you doubled down on the baseless accusations that she made that strikes at the core of who I am. I'm a soldier. Because of the attacks on 9/11, I enlisted in the military to go after and defeat and destroy the evil that visited us on that day. I've served now for over 16 years, deployed twice in the Middle East during the height of the war, where every single day I saw firsthand the terribly high human cost.
Tulsi Gabbard fires back hard at accusations, branding her a Russian asset or useful idiot, labels meant to destroy her credibility and question her loyalty to the United States. She cites her unwavering patriotism, sharp intellect, and over 16 years of active military service, including multiple deployments to the Middle East, as proof of her dedication. Tulsi dismantles the accusations as part of a deliberate smear campaign aimed at attacking her character instead of engaging with her policies. She makes it clear these media-amplified attacks are designed to punish her for opposing interventionist foreign policy and to divert attention from the real issues facing the nation.
Have the clip of Hillary Clinton, just to put this in context of what we're talking about. Let's take a look at that.
I'm not making any predictions, but I think they've got their eye on somebody who's currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of, sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far. And that's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not, because she's also a Russian asset.
So really? I mean, this is outrageous. This is outrageous and offensive on so many levels. I've served as a member of Congress now for almost 7 years, receiving high-level national security and intelligence briefings, serving on the Foreign Affairs Committee, the Armed Services Committee, the Homeland Security Committee, working to ensure the safety and security of the people of this country. This is why I'm running for president, to continue that commitment of service.
Are you surprised, though, that when people see bots and things and all the things that we've sort of been seeing heading your way, that people have these questions? Because she's not the only one. Hillary, I don't think, is the only one. So what she's saying is she feels they are grooming you. You're saying nobody's grooming me. I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm a soldier and a patriot.
It's offensive to me as a soldier, as an American, as a member of Congress, as a veteran, and frankly, as a woman, to be so demeaned in
But you
such
called
a way.
her the personification of
It's
rock.
so demeaned
She's a woman
in such
too.
a way. Well, I'm pointing to the fact that she has continued this legacy of being the world's police around the world, that has waged wars costing the lives of thousands of my brothers and sisters in uniform. I'm speaking out against that and
What's
to
your evidence
change
to that?
to change.
Well, can I?
Are you serious?
Let's hear it.
Are you serious?
Let's hear it.
I served in the war
Not
in
you,
Iraq.
her. You're saying that she's-
exactly.
she's a
I
warmonger.
served
How do
in
you
the
come
war
up with
in
that?
Iraq
Yeah.
that she championed. She championed a regime change
Did
war
you not
in
believe
Libya.
in that war?
I believe the lies that were told to us.
Well, so did she.
So it is indisputable. It is indisputable to say anything other than the.
On The View, a host referenced the notorious audio of Hillary Clinton implying Tulsi Gabbard was being groomed by Russia to run as a third-party candidate, fueling the narrative that she was a Russian asset. Tulsi forcefully rejected the claim, calling it deeply insulting and degrading in light of her military service and unwavering loyalty to the United States. She contends that Clinton's remarks stem not from genuine concerns about foreign influence, but from long-standing political rifts chief among them. Tulsi's staunch opposition to interventionist foreign policy, and her decision to endorse Bernie Sanders in the 2016 election. In Tulsi's view, these political differences are the true driving force behind Clinton's hostility.
Let me just close this out, that Hillary Clinton, throughout her career, has led with a foreign policy of interventionism and being the world's police, going and toppling dictators in other countries that has caused such destruction and loss of life. I'm against that. I'm running for president to change that. Rather than actually debate me on the issues, she and others are resorting to these smear tactic campaigns, seeking to undermine me, smear my character, and sending a message to anyone who dissents. Toe the line, or you too will be smeared.
Tulsi Gabbard consistently emphasizes her firm opposition to U.S. interventionist foreign policy, which she argues has cost countless American lives and fueled endless wars. Drawing on her own military service in the Middle East, she points to her firsthand experiences in conflict zones as the foundation of her mission to challenge the status quo. Tulsi openly calls out Hillary Clinton for supporting the wars in Iraq and Libya, portraying Clinton's record as emblematic of a destructive world police mindset. She frames her campaign as a push to move America toward peace and diplomacy, rejecting the cycle of regime change and military escalation.
I want to ask you something else. Kamala Harris said recently that her race and gender are, quote, the elephant in the room, and that many still question if America is ready for a woman, and specifically a woman of color, to be president. And you're also a woman of color.
Yeah.
Is that, you feel, been a problem for you? Do you agree with her?
No, I think the American people are ready for a president that will put people ahead of politics, put people ahead of profits.
Then why is she saying that, you think?
You have to ask Kamala that. I can't speak to why she's saying that. But what I've seen in our travels across New Hampshire, we just came from New Hampshire yesterday, across the early states, we have some New Hampshire people here, is we are building a code to bring about the systemic change we need to see to take our government back from the rich and powerful who control it and make it so our government is truly of, by, and for the people.
On The View, Tulsi Gabbard came under fire from hosts and guests who pointed to figures like Franklin Graham and white nationalist Richard Spencer expressing support for her. Tulsi firmly pushed back, making it clear that agreement from people she opposes does not equate to endorsing their beliefs. She condemned this guilt by association tactic as an intentional smear aimed at undermining her credibility, defending her appearances on conservative platforms like Tucker Carlson's show. Tulsi framed them as part of her commitment to engage with Americans across the political spectrum, despite ongoing backlash and efforts to link her to controversial figures. She remains steadfast in her opposition to U.S. interventionist foreign policy and in her dedication to serving the American people.